The way from 8 o'clock. Good to have you with us on the Friday edition of G&T. I'm Gareth Edwards. Comedian Ndumiso The Roosta Lindi back on stage after a bit of a hiatus. It's the follow-up to the hit show that did so well in this country, Keeping Up with the Xhosaz. So it's Keeping Up with the Xhosaz 2. It's on this weekend in Johannesburg. The Rooster with us, very kindly coming in to join us. Good to have you with us. We're going to talk about the show, obviously.
Yeah,
but I know someone at home going, why is he called The Rooster? So let's start there.
Yeah, a friend gave me that name. It's the whole look I have on stage. I usually wear a hat, tie, everything. Pretty much.
Don't say I dress like a comedian. Please don't go there, because I'm never going to hear the end of it.
The bit of spice, you know. So he just said I look like a rooster. I just decided to keep it. That was back when I started comedy in Cape Town. Yeah.
Comedy over the last couple of years, though, it looked a bit different, didn't it? We had to go online. Were you doing any online stuff?
Yeah, I was doing online. Not the same as being on stage. Also, people not wanting to switch on their cameras. You have to deal with that, so you're performing for initials. So you literally say the NL or whatever, you know. And also they are on mute. So, and comedy is all about energy. You know, I give, you give. I give, you give.
So even if they're laughing, you don't know.
You don't know whether you're doing well or not. So it felt like you're performing for ancestors, you know. It's
like you were rehearsing at home.
Exactly.
Almost for your friends.
Yeah.
And is this the first show you're doing now? It's tomorrow night. We'll talk about where it is now. Is this the first live show you've done again?
No, I've done a few live shows, but I think this is the first big one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the first big one we're doing. I missed the big stage, I have to say, especially since we've been doing online shows. And then when you switch off that camera, oh man, you just sit there at home. You're like, oh, okay.
You just go back to the couch.
Yeah.
You just walk from the lounge.
No selfies, nothing. No, hey man, I enjoyed that. Nothing.
Like, can't have a drink with anybody afterwards.
No.
So how do we keep up with the Xhosaz?
Keeping up with the Xhosaz, man. I feel
like I need to say it like keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's where it came from. How do we do it?
How the show came about is I noticed that when you go to social media, you'll hear people be like, Xhosa people will be like this, Xhosa people will be like that, you know. And then I just decided to round up my Xhosa comedians with a mix of course, Zulu guy, and have a good time on stage. Kill the stereotype.
Kill the stereotype. What is the stereotype?
Oh, man, that we are from the villages, Eastern Cape, that we love money, that all those things, all of, you know. Or you'll get someone who say, so from Joburg would be like, so, I've been to the Eastern Cape. Where is East London? How far is East London from Cape Town? It's sort of the thing. You're like, no, two different things. You know,
work. So you're throwing in some Zulu as well there and English. I'm curious, through the show, you're obviously moving between the languages. Are there some things in one language in comedy that just doesn't translate in another language? Because I imagine there's some great expressions in Zulu and Xhosa that us English-speaking people are just going to go, what? Huh? What did he say?
Yeah, there are just some things you can say in your language, but when you say them in English, they just don't land the same way, you know. I always say, yeah, we perform in English all the time, but when you perform in your language, man, it's magic. And also for the audience, when you hear something delivered in your language, it goes straight to your heart. You just light up, you know. So yeah, and what I like about the show is I'm not restricting the comedians that are in the lineup. I'm not restricting them to just perform in Xhosa. If you want to perform in English, go ahead, perform in English. You want to perform in whatever language you want to go ahead and do it, you know. But the comedians always take that chance that I don't usually get this chance to perform to my people. Yes. So I'm going to go
Let
all
me
out.
loose.
Yeah.
I want to fly.
And also when you perform in your language, if you perform in English and you're doing something that is, let's say, 2 minutes long, let's say the joke is 2 minutes long, you take the same joke and do it in your language, you can stretch it to like literally 8 minutes to 10 minutes. You know, that's the magic part about it.
So let's talk about the magic comedians that you've dragged into this as well. I'm sure that none of them said no when you got them on the phone. So who have we got?
Yes, the second time arounders who did the show in 2019 is Khanyisa Bunu, and there's a young boy from my town, King Williamstown. His name is Lupelo Kodwa. Very funny. Both is Khanyisa Bunu closed the show the last time, standing ovation. Lupelo opened the show, standing ovation, which is what I like, because people always come to shows and be like, I'm there for so-and-so, I'm here for so-and-so. But when they see a new face and then he just blows them away, they're like, wow, I was not expecting that. And then also in the lineup, we have a guy called Sia, very funny, award-winning comic, also from Eastern Cape. And we have another
It's not helping the stereotype, by the way.
No.
It's not helping the stereotype. From the Eastern Cape, this one's from the Eastern Cape down. It's not helping the stereotype, by the way.
Yeah, and a comic I'm looking forward to, there's this old man who is a preacher by day, but a comic by night when the sun goes down. Hilarious. I've never seen him live, but I've done my research because I've always seen him on posters. There's a show that happens in East London called Amazing Laughs, I think, Grace Laughs, but it's a gospel comedy.
Yeah.
So he's always on those posters. I'm like, because if you think about it, comedy in South Africa is a young man's sport, you know. Then when you say an older black person, you're like, how did you jump into this? You know, so when I heard his stuff on YouTube, I was like, I need to.
Who is? Give me the name.
His name is Tamrojana.
That's preacher by day.
Preacher by day. And a comic by night. Tamrojana. And I thought I was the only one who was looking forward to this until I saw people commenting on social media when I said I'm bringing him up, and they were like, thank you.
Yeah.
We've been looking forward to this. So we've got Tamrojana. And then, of course, we've got local flavor from Johannesburg. I call him the mayor of Tembisa, Skumba Hlophe.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Everyone knows him. I don't even have to introduce him, like who he is. He's amazing.
And so where is it? Because it's the one night. I mean, why are you keeping this away from us? Why is it only one night?
I wanted it to be 2 nights, but I feel like I don't want to pressure people. We're still building the show. We started the show 2019, and then the build-up was going to be 2020, 2021, and then we do 2 or 3 nights. But because that momentum was cut off by the pandemic, we feel like we're starting over again, but it's no problem. We'll do 1 night tomorrow, 4th of June. Have a good time, and I know people are going to look forward to the next one.
Where is it? And also because I think a lot of people are going to be tweeting me saying, can we still get tickets? Where do we buy tickets? So if someone doesn't have plans for tomorrow night, they love local comedy, they want to come see the Rooster in action, where are they going, and where is the show?
So the show is at Emperor's Palace, Theatre of Marcellus. And I'm going to tell people to move fast because there's only 100 and something tickets, 190 something tickets left. Oh. They are moving very fast. Because also we're working with the numbers that our president gave us. Yeah. So they really need to move fast. They don't want to miss this show. Emperor's Palace, Theatre of Marcellus. The show starts at 8 o'clock. And the tickets at Ticket Pro.
I was about to say tickets at Ticket Pro as well. And I seem to recall there was an age restriction with the previous one.
Yes.
Wasn't there? Is the same story here?
It's 16. Okay. And I set that up. It's 16 because younger than that, you find that the attention span, they get agitated after a while. They don't want to listen. Because I always ask parents, do you watch the news with your kids? Yeah. And they're like, no. Give them 5 minutes and then they just get up and walk away.
All right, so that's the reason for the age restriction.
Hence I say 16 because I need those mature minds to really enjoy those jokes.
And all the best with the show. I really hope you get a lot more. I know it's just the 4th of June, just tomorrow at the Theatre of Marcellus at Emperor's Palace. Still about 190 tickets available. Ticket Pro if you want to go through and take a look at Ndumiso The Roosta Lindi and all of his comedic friends on tomorrow night. And that's where we're going to leave it for the moment.